So now that I have this clock constructed, I have some textures put on here. I put some cherry, different types of cherry, and I also extruded the face of the clock. I want to go ahead and put this into a drawing. So what I'll do is go to the layout, and if we notice, it's going to be a little odd here. So the thing to do is to get ourselves within this paper, and we're going to change the orientation from horizontal to vertical. So then let's go ahead up to the layout, and then on the ribbon above to the page setup. And we'll go modify. Now within here you'll notice what we're keying in is on the landscape and the portrait. So let's go ahead and change it to portrait, and then just say OK. And close, and there you go. So we're doing this obviously because the clock is in a vertical manner. It's tall and skinny. So now let's go ahead and create our annotation, and we'll do the same thing that we've been doing before with this table. And I will go ahead and keep on the same setting here. And it looks like it's going to be yellow, so we may have to make an adjustment here. It tells me that my layers need to be modified. So what we'll do is go to go ahead and type in your name. Alright, so as we do this, let's go ahead and take a look at the properties of this, and we'll notice that it's on the layer of the knob. So I'm just going to put it to 0 here, and then the color, let's go let's make that change. I've noticed that a lot of people have printed these out, and you can barely see their names because they have the color setting not done properly. Alright, so let's go ahead and modify this. So we'll move this into a position that, alright, so put that in the corner here. Alright, so your name, we'll do the same thing with date, and then scale. Alright, then let's go to viewports and go ahead and type in VPORTS and press enter. Now we want 3 vertical, 3D, and then we can change the views that are here. So I'm going to have this as the front, and then this will be the right. And then we'll make this one a 3/4 view. And we can keep it on realistic if we want. The only thing is, on some of the slower computers, it can take a heck of a time to make any changes. So let's go ahead and try this though, and see what happens. Alright, so we're going to have to make some modifications here. Now generally when you see this, what's happened is that PDF file that was there, it's basically leaving a shadow. So in order to make this work, we can zoom in on here, and we'll have to change this to the model mode. And then if you go in here carefully, you'll take this hand tool and you can reposition this and try to center this. And then we'll do a scale momentarily, and we'll do the same to the right view. Go ahead and scale that. Now obviously this scale is not anything that we can use, but let's just go ahead and center these pieces here. Alright, then I'll go ahead and, again, I think what we need to do is get these pieces out of the I think this is still in the knob view, wherever yours are, quick properties, and let's put this back into 0. Okay. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and scale these. to the paper view, and then we're just going to have to see what's the easiest scale. So let's try 1 inch equals 1 foot. All right, that looks pretty decent here. And I can tell that my some things I'm probably going to want to change here because I can see that the lettering is not showing up. So I'm going to go back and change that. But for the purpose of this, we'll just keep going here. All right, then if I want to make changes, I go to the model mode, select the object, and I can change this as I need to. And I can reposition this. And then we can also scale this if we want. All right, so then in the scale here, what I would do is click on Custom and go to Edit and select the scale that we're in, which is the 1 inch equals 1 foot. Go to Edit and then right click and copy that and just cancel out of here. And then on my sheet, let's go back to the paper. Just go ahead and click into there and paste it in. All right, so then we'll type in text, enter, and we've got to be cognizant of the wording. And again, I need to go back and change my settings here. So in the layer, let's just make this the current layer. All right, and then we'll make this a black. It should help us out. So if you're having that difficulty, it's probably the fastest way to do it. And then let's go ahead and type in text, and we'll redo that. Type in tall clock. And if we need to push enter, and I can always change the scale of this if I need to within the quick properties here. Height 0.6. You can just eyeball this if you need to. All right, and we are ready to throw some dimensions on here. So I just want some basic dimensions. So if somebody was going to look to make materials here, and then again we can change all these settings if we need to. All right, so I have gone ahead and just added some dimensions here and cleaned it up. So you want to make sure you've done this also, and change the precision on the dimensioning, and then go ahead and print it out when you're completed.